Good Tuesday morning, America. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. It is already 68 degrees in Ellijay, Georgia. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Just show everybody how they can get in touch with us first. Let's do that. Okay. And let's take that down. You know, the battle, and we are in a battle every day. I mean, we haven't won this war. I will consider winning when Trump gets reelected, the President of the United States, because I'm just going to throw out there really quick that the next term is the term he can just do what he has to do. We'll put it that way. Racism in America. Now, this is I'm going to be very serious today, although some of my comments may cause you to blink. You know, I think, no joke, I think if President Trump was to come out and, you know, do a press conference and, you know, say that's mighty white of you, okay, that would maybe, I guess, racist, right? Hey, that's mighty white of you. I'm not picking up what the media is putting down, calling Trump a racist. I'm not picking that up. So I've done exactly what all white Americans do at this time, white male Americans at this time. I'm going to defer to my black friend. White people always find their black friend, right? I'm just telling the truth here. They always find their black friend. I said this morning, I don't know. I'm at an age in America when I'm white, and it seems like anything I say, people are going to turn it to racist comments or white nationalists. I have never in my life even crossed my mind to be a white nationalist. It's just never crossed my mind. I'm more interested in cutting my grass than taking time to be a white nationalist. I don't get it. But it's the fake news, and I know you don't like that because you say sometimes people like myself, run to the fake news comment. You say the Trump supporters run to the fake news comment. But the fake news is turning this into anything and everything they can. Okay? They are the ones that are racist, divisive in this country. So I'm going to give me picture one for Mr. Grayson, I think there. This is Derek Grayson, the Minister of Truth. Okay, Derek and I have been, I guess, maybe now getting close to 10 years, 9 years or whatever. We've been friends for years. And I'm thinking, racism in America? Let's have a conversation. I'm serious because I can't find what President Trump, I'm okay with saying, if you don't like this country, leave. I'm okay with that. And I believe that's red and yellow, black and white. They are all precious in his sight. If you're from Canada and you're running your mouth, who is it? Who is the guy that played Dumb and Dumber? Jim Carrey, right? Is he from Canada? Leave. They're white people. Leave. We had people all through. Derek will be my guest. You can go ahead. He will be my guest this morning. You don't want to miss it. 8:25. Derek will join us, and we're going to talk about racism in America. And I want to know from typical white guy, right? I say, hey, I got to call my black friend. Is that racist? I don't know. Well, and also I am going to say to you, I'm not disrespecting Mr. Grayson, because when I say my black friend, if you address him as African American, he'll let you know he's never been to Africa. He's an American. So, friends, let's talk racism in America with Derek Grayson at around 8:25 this morning. So let's take that down. Now let me move along here. I want to play the video first this morning, okay? There's so many things we can get into, and I get it with Joe Biden and politics. Not right now. I get it that the media is trying to make you think that every candidate out there can beat Donald Trump. Not right now. Now, the media has a chance. This is yesterday. The President of the United States. Now, we're not going to play the whole thing. You should go watch it. That's what I say. You should go watch it. The President of the United States held a manufacturing in America. It's the third annual one since he took the office, I guess, or second or third. A manufacturing in America at the White House event. He showcased businesses that motorcycles, you name it, whatever. He showcased manufacturing in America. Invited the press. This is what I've been telling you. We will be froze out of the actual good news that's happening in this country by the deep state media. So yesterday he gets to the end of his remarks and he invites. Now pay attention to this. Anyone have, I want you to listen, okay? Anyone have a question about our manufacturing today? He said to the press, anyway, this is a chance for the American media. Now they're out there today shaking and everything. Oh my God, these racist comments, they're resonating all over the world. I mean, they're looking at us. We've always been the country of welcoming and a melting pot of the world. And now we're telling people to go back. Here is the media's chance yesterday. Now they will tell you, here's what they're going to tell you. They're going to tell you Donald Trump turned this event into something else. That's what they'll say. Not true. Let me play part of the video. And then Josh, I may go back a little in the video. I may say hold there. But let's start it right where this is Manufacturing Day and listen for the first question that is asked when the president says that, and he says manufacturing. So let's go to that 42-minute mark there on that video and start playing that. And I'll tell you when to stop, come back.
Build in America. They didn't hear that. In fact, it was the opposite. They were trying to steal your business and build it overseas, build it in other countries, including China, many others. But that's not what this is all about, and this is 100% made right here. Thank you. Congratulate everybody, too, please. So thank you all for showcasing your awe-inspiring products today. They are absolutely incredible. Thank you for pouring out your heart, your sweat and soul to make our nation even stronger. Thank you for your unwavering commitment to this magnificent land that we love so much. And I just want to end by saying, may God bless the United States of America. May God bless you all. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Okay, you have any questions? You have any questions?
No, wait. Now, when we come back, Josh, I need you to back that up just a little because he says, do you have any questions? It's important. Now, did you notice there's a couple takeaways? He started into China, okay? This is America Manufacturing Day. He started, and what did he say? That's not what it's about today. That's not what today is about, okay? So he backed away. He didn't go there. He said, that's not what this is about. It's about 100% American manufacturers in America, 100% made products in America. Then he went into, pay attention, he didn't identify black companies, white companies, Hispanic companies, women-owned companies. They were all there yesterday. There was no racial divide. If you manufacture 100% of your product in America, it's very possible your company was highlighted yesterday. If you go through, now the media did not do this. They did not do this. If you go through who attended yesterday, women, business owners, black business owners, white male business owners, it doesn't matter. They were all represented. No racism. It was America. America made. It was how much we love these people. Then he went in to praising all of them, not individualizing the white company, the brown company. Well, you're almost as good. No, he went into a overwhelming thank you, American manufacturers. We love you. God bless. Now pay attention to that. See, that does not come out anywhere in the media. You don't read a headline on Good Morning America, it's racism, where President Trump praises American manufacturing, regardless if they're red or yellow, black and white, and says thank you and God bless you and we love all of you. No headlines. Now, watch where the media takes this, because what they will tell you is the president took what should have been. How many times you hear that? That's your byline. The president took what should have been a very happy moment for American manufacturers and went and doubled down on racism. So let me show you that very quickly. Okay. Give me the big, where is there it is. Give me number 7. Now this is where Trump doubles down on racist politics. This is yesterday at the manufacturing event, U.S. 100% made manufacturing event at the White House. This is a picture from there. Defends attack on progressive congresswoman in White House news conference. Doubles down on racist politics. They're disgusting, man. They're disgusting. These people are absolutely disgusting. Okay, here it is. Okay, let's go with number 3. If you hate our country, you can leave. I mean, there are planes all day long. Do not suffer any longer. It's all he's saying. Don't let it bother you. I mean, if the country that you created, Democrats, now these 4 women, we will get to these 4 women of color. Oh my God. If you 4 women of color, okay, hate the country that your party created, well, Republicans had a hand in some of it. I got it. You're right. We'll go with that. Okay, you get that from me. Republicans are not standing on the sidelines innocent, okay? So I'm not going to try to challenge that. But the New Deal, the Great Deal, the Deal, the Dealio, everything Roosevelt put in place, Woodrow Wilson, we won't go down that road. The father of progressivism or progressives or whatever they are, whoever. Anyhow, all of the above, the way you created inner cities and put your constituents in it, let's not go there. If you hate the country that your party created, leave. So anyhow, this was yesterday also, but this is what MSNBC, nothing on manufacturing. When you hear about the manufacturing event yesterday on the White House, the major media sources will say, in an event that should have been, for the president, a highlight of American manufacturing, took a racist turn. That's what you'll hear. But it didn't happen that way. Let's go back to the video, and I got to have that backed up about 2-3 seconds, Josh, and let's go.
Okay, you have any questions on how well our manufacturing business is doing, Press?
Stop! Sorry. I'm yelling at Josh, stop. Okay, so he praises the manufacturers. Okay, praises them. God bless you. Red and yellow, black and white, I don't care who you are. Black business owners, white business owners, women of color, whatever. God bless you. America loves you. Please keep your sweat, your workers. We love you all. You can't get any more positive than that. Then he says, Do you have any questions of our manufacturers today? Got it? Pay attention. I want you to back that up. I'm going to let it go this time. But pay attention now. You go straight out of praising them to the media, and he opens it up. Do you have any questions of our manufacturers today? Watch what happens. Start back at that, and I'll let it go this time.
Okay, you have any questions on how well our manufacturing business is doing, press? The press. Wow, that's a lot of press. Look.
President Trump, who were you talking about in your tweet about going back to their home country?
Well, I didn't mention names, and I didn't do that, but I will tell you, with our country, and I think everybody in this audience, these are great manufacturers, great workers in our audience too. They brought a lot of their workers here. If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. And that's what I say all the time. That's what I said in a tweet, which I guess some people think is controversial. A lot of people love it, by the way. A lot of people love it. But if you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
Mr. President,
Speaker Pelosi says
Mr. President, three of the women were born in
Well,
America.
that's just a very racist statement, somebody that would say that. So Speaker Pelosi said, make America white again.
She said that's what
Let me
you
tell
want to
that's
do.
a
Is that
very
true,
racist,
sir?
That's a very racist statement. I'm surprised she'd say that.
She
Yeah,
said you want to do that.
Mr. President, three of the congresswomen that you talked about were born in America. So in terms of going back to fix the problems, what were you talking about?
Well, they're very unhappy. I'm watching them. All they do is complain. So all I'm saying is, if they want to leave, they can leave, John. They can leave. I mean, I look at the one, I look at Omar. I don't know. I never met her. I hear the way she talks about Al-Qaeda. Al-Qaeda has killed many Americans. She said, you can hold your chest out. You can, when I think of America, when I think of Al-Qaeda, I can hold my chest out. When she talked about the World Trade Center being knocked down, some people, you remember the famous some people. These are people that, in my opinion, hate our country. Now, you can say what you want, but get a list of all of the statements they've made. And all I'm saying that if they're not happy here, they can leave. They can leave. And you know what? I'm sure that there'll be many people that won't miss them.
But they're American citizens.
But they have to
They're
love.
American citizens.
They have to love our country. They're Congress people, and I never used any names.
Are you
But these
okay
are
with
people
people
quiet,
thinking your
quiet,
tweets are racist,
quiet,
Mr. President?
quiet,
Are you okay with people
Quiet.
thinking your tweets are racist, sir?
quiet. These
I'm
are
asking a
people
question,
that
sir.
if they don't like it here, they can leave. And I don't know who's going to miss them, but I guess some people will.
Sir,
One of them is polling. One of them is polling at
White
8.
nationalism
One
is
of them is
freezing your
polling at
tweets, sir.
8%.
Are you
One of them
okay
is
with
polling at
nationalism
8%.
being called racist?
So when I hear people speaking about how wonderful Al-Qaeda is, when I hear people talking about some people with the World Trade Center, some people, no, not some people, much more than some people. When I hear the statements that they've made, and in one case you have somebody that comes from Somalia, which is a failed government, a failed state, who left Somalia, who ultimately came here, and now is a congresswoman who's never happy, says horrible things about Israel, hates Jews, hates Jews. It's very simple. And if the Democrats want to wrap their bows around this group of 4 people, one of them kept Amazon out of New York, tens of thousands of jobs, would have been a great thing. And she kept Amazon from going, would have been a good deal. I mean, could he have made better? Maybe. But tens of thousands of jobs. And New York has not been the same since that happened. It's really hurt New York and New York City. Amazon was going to go. They were going to relocate a major section of their business in New York. She kept them out. That was a terrible thing she did. A terrible thing she did. So here's the story. Here's the story. I see them complaining. They're complaining constantly. I watched Lindsey Graham today on Fox and Friends talking about
He says you went
the
too
same
far,
subject,
sir.
and frankly, even stronger than what I'm saying. He said they're
says he makes you
communists.
fun, Mr. President.
I'm saying that they're socialists, definitely. As to whether or not they're communists, I would think they might be. But this isn't what our country is about. Nevertheless, they're free to leave if they want. And if they want to leave, that's fine. And if they want to stay, that's fine. But the people have to know. And politicians can't be afraid to take them on. A politician that hears somebody where we're at war with Al-Qaeda and sees somebody talking about how great Al-Qaeda is, pick out her statement. That was Omar. How great Al-Qaeda is. When you hear that, and we're losing great soldiers to Al-Qaeda, when you see the World Trade Center gets knocked down, and you see the statements made about the World Trade Center, all the death and destruction, I'll tell you what, I'm not happy with them. And it's very easy to be say, oh, gee, well, it's okay. If weak politicians want to say, and the Democrats in this case, if they want to gear their wagons around these four people, I think they're going to have a very tough election, because I don't think the people of the United States will stand for it.
Mr. President, Mr. President,
Hold that spot. Hold that spot, Josh. Come back to me. We're going to take a break. I want to give you a little rundown. Did you notice he asked a question? Hey, anybody want how well are manufacturers? Did you hear anybody say to any manufacturer, any question, what percent are you manufacturing over last year? Any manufacturing? Or did you hear immediate calls for Trump to engage, comments? The media turned that into what they wanted to turn it in, and we happen to have a president of the United States is not going to stand for you yelling at him that he's a racist. He doubled down. Leave, come back. Did you notice when he said, if you're not happy, leave? The applause out there? I got to take a break. When I come back, our guest will be Derek Grayson, the Minister of Truth, my black friend. We'll be right back.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Ella next to Walmart.
And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Ella next to Walmart.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and LJ, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Do you feel like healthcare has become too impersonal?
3 times an hour, I'll get you in, I'll get you out.
At Lifetime Medical Center, you're more than a number. We get to know you, not just your medical issues. Dr. Alana Kent is board certified in family practice and offers same-day appointments. She and her staff treat conditions from minor to chronic issues. Lifetime Medical Center, convenient to Jasper and Blue Ridge.
This may sting a little.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in Ellijay, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Hey folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. We're North Georgia's only live online morning show. Quickly, for our viewers this morning, before we start with the Minister of Truth here, put up all the social media ways they can contact the show so they can find this segment later. All right, now come back. We are now joined on the line, the Minister of Truth, Derek Grayson. Mr. Grayson, how are you this morning?
Brian, I am top of the morning, and thank you so much for having me on your show. It's always a pleasure.
Okay, so now we're going to switch things over because I want to talk about racism in America, and that's our topic. We can go anywhere else. We're not closed off to that. This is the internet. We got plenty of time, but that's our topic. Now, you have a picture on your Facebook page, and you always put something up and you say, the look you get when, right?
Right.
You always, the look you, we're going to use that. Now switch over to that picture, okay? So this is Mr. Grayson, and this is the look you get when. So that's what we're going to do this morning. The look you get when we talk about racism in America. Just go with what you have been hearing the last couple days. Do you feel the president's tweets, his comments, if you don't like the country, leave, whatever, can you find anything in his comments that are racist?
No, I do not. But that doesn't matter to the media. And you know, a lot of people don't understand the term ignorant. They think that you are denigrating them when you say things like, why are you doing this? You're doing it out of ignorance, and it simply means one having no knowledge of a particular thing. See, Brian, I know what racism is. I've studied it. I've experienced it from, certain individuals. But as far as institutional racism that once existed during Jim Crow and the era of slavery, that is nowhere to be found. Anybody in America can achieve whatever it is they would like if they simply have the wherewithal within them. Even if you have individuals who may be racist, you just simply go around them, go over them, go under them, or go through them if you need to. But this institutional racism that they are still pushing, it is a tool of the devil. It is a tool used openly by Democrats and covertly by rhinos. But as far as a concerted, institutionalized standard, no, it's non-existent. And what Donald Trump said is what any reasonable person would say, and that's it.
Well, I got to ask you this. I mean, obviously, I know you, and I know where you're coming from, and I read a lot of your stuff. But I'm just going to ask you directly, as dumb as it sounds. Do you feel that Donald Trump is
John F. Kennedy and Eisenhower out because although they attempted civil rights, they were not successful because of the Democrat Party. But Donald Trump has done more for the black man since Abe Lincoln. Okay? That's just a fact. Black unemployment is lower under Trump than it has been in history. Donald Trump, through Kim Kardashian, has been responsible for the release of, I believe the number is either 15 or 17 Negroes from prison who were unjustly incarcerated with long sentences that they did not deserve. But because of Joe Biden and the war of drugs, these people's lives were ruined until Kim Kardashian stepped up to a president that was willing to do something about it, and he gave us criminal justice reform. So he didn't do like the other presidents wait until the end of their term. Donald Trump has been releasing people, pardoning them right now.
I like that point. Not to interrupt you, but I want to get in on that just for a second. I really like where you just went, because presidents at the end of their term, or when they know it's done, they have these mass pardons and you know, like the last 3 weeks. Trump has been doing things like this from day one of taking presidency, so I appreciate that comment. Joe Biden's running around talking about the Democrat candidates, I don't want to switch gears to that, about black incarceration, when I hate to put it this way, Biden was right there helping round them up, and he was in the Senate when even Clinton did the crime bill. So the Democrats have been leading the way, rounding up young black men and incarcerating them in record numbers. Trump has actually turned it around, and I don't know, I say he doesn't get credit, but I appreciate what you say, and I didn't mean to interrupt you there.
That's okay. I'm glad you brought up Joe Biden. Joe Biden was the author. He drafted the crime bill.
I get it.
And here's something, Brian, that I don't understand. And I tell people that I'm going to go somewhere with this so that people understand why I get so frustrated. But I do still understand, because as Jesus Christ said, forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. People don't understand, but if they were to take the time to pick up a book, or even, you can even use Google with its altered search results to get you to lean towards one way, but every now and again you can pick out the truth. And I tell people all the time, you got to learn how to eat the meat and spit out the bone. But Joe Biden rallied with the guy from West Virginia, I think it was Robert Byrd.
Yes, sir. KKK, Robert Byrd.
Yes, to keep schools segregated. And I don't know, the press won't even bring it up. And
Nope.
Joe Biden gave himself away when he said, well, you know, we worked well with segregationists. But they're missing the whole point. This guy helped Robert Byrd to try and keep schools segregated. And I don't understand why the press won't even bring it up. They won't even mention it.
I got a couple questions. I want to make sure we got time. Let me switch gears just for a minute, Derek. Josh, put up number 10 and then go back here. Put up number 10 for a minute. And what we have on the screen that you are not able to see is I have a picture from yesterday. I watched the press conference. I watched the media. Now, the President of the United States had a manufacturing. He had a 100% American-made manufacturing event at the White House. And the media turned it in when he opened it for questions. The media turned it in for the first question of him doubling down on racism, okay? He didn't even go there. The media did, and now they're blaming him for his new comments that he made. But what I have on the screen, from one corner to the other, and I don't remember all the ladies' names, I have the representative, I think, from Massachusetts. She is a black female American. Then the second one, I have Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. She is Puerto Rican from Queens. She's Puerto Rican American from Queens, okay? Then I have Relisha Tlaib, or what, I don't know her name, but she is Palestinian. She is Palestinian from Michigan. And then finally Omar, which is Somali from Minnesota. Comment on what's going on with these four and how the media is trying to spin these women of color and paint Trump as a racist. Go with these four right now and what you're seeing happening with these four individuals. Come back to Derek's picture, please.
Well, first off, what people have to understand about these four is they were backed by a specific group or groups of individuals that are as far left as you can get. They are trying to take over the Democrat Party because the Democrat Party, in their eyes, and one of those groups are the Young Turks. So I don't know if your listeners or viewers are familiar with the Young Turks.
I am.
Okay, and a group out of Silicon Valley, they backed a number of different politicians to unseat what you would call establishment Democrats, because in their eyes the party is not far left enough, not progressive enough. So what's happening? These four women are trying to sway the losses amongst blacks, and they are trying to gain more support amongst illegals. Blacks have been a tool of the Democrats for years.
Right.
And the way the Democrats were able to use them as their tool was to keep before them always how racist America is. The Democrats put in place a brilliant strategy. They had the loss of slavery, in the Civil War. They had the destruction of Jim Crow. They had the defeat of trying to repeal the 13th and 14th Amendments. Then LBJ was forced to sign the Civil Rights and the Voting Rights Acts of 64 and 65.
And LBJ, stay on that roll. But LJ, whatever, he knew how to use the N-word now. That dude knew how to use it when he need, right? You know
yes,
that.
He did. Yes, he did.
All right, keep on your roll, because every time LBJ comes up, I think,
right.
I'm sorry, go on.
That's all right.
Keep on.
So with that defeat, the Democrats said, okay, we cannot defeat these Republicans. Our next move is we need to infiltrate the party. See, there's a lie going around that the party switched. Well, that's another lie from hell. And every time somebody brings it to me, I tell them, okay, tell me at what point in time and give me the names of all of the Republicans that got up, moved over to the Democrat Party, and all of the Democrats that got up and moved over to the Republican Party. They can't do it because it didn't happen. What happened, the Republican Party was infiltrated by Democrats, and I call them rhinos, Republican in name only. And in the Republican Party, it is infested with rhinos. People like David Perdue, who is pushing another bill to limit gun control, where if you fail a criminal background check, that information is going to be reported up to the Fed. Anyway, I posted it on my wall. But people don't understand that about the Republican Party. They covertly give aid and comfort to Democrats, and they silently pray that Donald Trump is defeated, because Donald Trump is overturning the money changers tables of both establishment Republicans and Democrats. Now, with that being said, and understanding that, the progressives that are backing the four women that we are discussing realize that the Democrats are no different than the establishment rhinos in the GOP. So in order to move further, they needed to start a civil war in the Democrat Party. And that is why you see the going back and forth between Pelosi and these four women. And this is why rhinos and establishment Democrats would prefer Joe Biden, because Joe Biden would go back to doing business as usual. Now, people get upset with me whenever I say this. I tell them the 12 or so conservatives, true conservatives in Washington, D.C., including when Ron Paul was in office, are failures when it comes to changing or having change or effecting any significant change in the direction of this country as it has been moving prior to Donald Trump. Donald Trump made the difference. And so now these four women are set about to indoctrinate and normalize racist views that are the furthest thing from the truth. There is absolutely nothing racist about telling these four, excuse my French, twits that if you have got it all together and this country is so bad, why don't you go fix your problems in your home countries first? Go fix those and come back and show us how it's done. Now, that is the context of Trump's tweet, but nobody is going to listen. Nobody is going to read it. They're going to listen to CNN. They're going to listen to MSNBC. They're going to listen to the words of these women calling Donald Trump a racist, and they're going to believe it. And Brian, as Hank Sullivan, I say to him all the time, Hank, I see you spending your time giving details on situations and explaining the history of this country and the Constitution, but it doesn't matter with 80% of the voting populace because they won't go and read it. They won't pay attention. They have been indoctrinated and normalized to think that the country or white men are racist, regardless of the fact that we see all the evidence of things being to the contrary. A booming economy, black people now being able to find jobs. In Georgia, the food stamp rolls have been reduced because people are being able to go and find jobs. Jobs are coming back to this country. And now, at this point in time in history, and I'm going to shut up when I say this, more black people have left the Democrat Party. And if they haven't left the Democrat Party, they have awakened to the fact that Democrats have been lying to them for decades.
Well, let me say this, okay? So, and not to lose our, you know, I like to have a conversation with you, but not to lose our viewers in this. You know, I'm not from here, okay? I was used to being on Girard Avenue in Philadelphia, and people don't know where Allegheny Avenue and Girard is in Philly. You just don't know what you're missing, okay? I've been to Harlem in New York as a kid, hung out there. We won't go into those days in my life, okay?
Right. No problem.
But what I'm saying is, you know, I've been around, okay? And I tell people, if you think black voters in America are excited every time I see a poll, now, you know, I'm going to talk directly to you. Right. And every time I see a poll, Joe Biden's doing this well with black voters. I said, listen, if you want me to believe that black voters out there are all excited that this crusty old 76-year-old white guy is going to be the next president, you can't believe those polls. Those are lies. The black community is not excited Joe Biden is going to be their nominee. Now, let me ask you a question, and I want you to talk about that, but also, how is Donald Trump playing in what I call not suburban black communities, when I say like that, in the suburban areas, in Atlanta, in some of the inner cities? How is Donald Trump playing there? Because he said, hey, what the hell you got to lose? I think he's doing better, but how do you think he is actually doing in the cities in America with the black community?
I think he's doing well amongst blacks who pay attention and examine what it is that they're seeing. But we're only talking about 10 to 20% of blacks. So 2 out of 10 get it. 8 out of 10, unfortunately, still don't get it. And the reason that they don't get it is because they have been conditioned to dependence upon the government. I was having a conversation with a man who is I'm 59, and he's about 15 years my senior. And when I started explaining to him certain things about Donald Trump, I said, let's put Trump aside, and I'm just going to ask you a couple of questions. Do you think that blacks should get more time for the same crime as committed by a white person? Of course, his answer was no. I said, do you think that it's okay for blacks to not get a pass on their crimes, but illegals can come across the border and get a pass on theirs? He said, no, I don't. I say, well, who do you think has been leading the charge to change all of that? Donald Trump. Well, I shut him down, and so he got upset and he said, well, I don't care what you say, I'm sticking with the Democrats. I got a big house, I got a big car, I got money in the bank. So that's all that matters to me, and I know it's because of the Democrats. A person like that suffers from cognitive dissonance. There ain't nothing you can do with him, and he represents 80% of black voters, and that's just a fact.
Two more things, and I'm gonna have to go because when I get with you, I mean, we can talk all day about these things. I really enjoy it. I want you to answer this, or you know, when we posted that you were going to be on. This comes from Alice. Alice wrote, they always resort to racism. This is Alice, and I guess we have to identify Alice as white. I mean, my God, what are we doing here today? Alice said they always resort to racism, but Trump's tweet or his speech yesterday that mentioned if you hate the country, leave. Now, pray tell me, this is the question, pray tell me, what is racist about that? What I mean, I guess is you know, the media tries to turn and create the news. They create the news. They do not report. They create the news on a daily basis. They create the narrative. They create the 1-minute shots of news. I call them little shots you get in the arm when you're riding in the car and it's top of the hour. You listen to your favorite country music, whatever music you are, and at the top of the hour, those little news shots that go in your arm are created manipulations. That's my opinion on the media.
Correct.
What I mean, how do we answer Alice? I mean, what do we do here? I mean, I have to tell you the truth. This is not a joke. This is absolutely not a joke. I wake up and I'm being told that I'm the problem because I'm white. I'm the problem because I don't give my age, but I might be over the 50 mark. I'm a white nationalist because I like Trump. Nancy Pelosi is telling me. Now, I have to say this to you. You have dealt with this. You have dealt with this all through your life, but here I am sitting thinking, how did I get here? Because now I'm the bad guy. I'm the bad guy today. You know what I mean, Derek? I'm white. If I like Trump, it means make America white again. White now. I really do, all jokes. I get up some days, Derek, and I say, how the hell did I become the bad guy this morning?
Well, you became the bad guy because of Jimmy Carter. Jimmy Carter gave us the Department of Education.
Oh, no, you didn't. I love it, but I know you didn't do that. Go on. Preach on, brother. Go on, man.
And when the federal government got into the Department of Education, critical thinking became a lost art. You've got kids that are graduating from high school can't even write in cursive. So it is our education system. God said, my people perish for a lack of knowledge. So if Nancy Pelosi can say on national TV, Donald Trump really means make America white again, people are going to believe it because they just simply don't know any better, Brian. I mean, that's just the truth of it. That's just the bottom line of it. You know, the prophets of old, you know, would say they cannot hear. They cannot see because they are spiritually blind, and our people are politically blind. So it does not surprise me, and the only thing that we can do is keep crying in the wilderness and keep telling them the truth. Some will wake up, but not all. But the good thing is, Brian, it has never taken the masses to bring about change. It has always been a handful. So you and I must remain in that handful, and so must your listener who just asked the question. We must remain in that handful that will continue to spread the word of truth, because lightness, all the darkness in the world cannot snuff out the light of a single candle. So we just have to keep that candle lit and keep putting that truth out there, because these people don't know any better, and the only way for them to learn or to know is to engage them.
Well, I'm not going to get up in the morning and hate my country, and I'm not going to get up and listen to the media. You know, if I'd listened to them, I'm supposed to hate the place. I'm supposed to hate I'm supposed to believe that Donald Trump is the divisive president, which I know he's not. I know
Nope.
I listen to his comments, and if they ever made the media, they're very unifying. I watch what he did with the crime bill, so you and I are on the same page. I got 5 minutes to 9. What about the border and the created crisis that the Democrats created, and all of these people running down to the border, especially these 4 ladies that's really kicking off these firestorm? You want to make a quick comment about our crisis on the border?
Sure. It is a crisis. It is a crisis that Democrats and rhinos need, or that they don't want to fix. Donald Trump exposed it as the crisis that it really is. And the people in this country hurt the most by people flooding into our country is black people, or blacks are affected more than anybody else. And you know, we just need to wake up to it and understand. Donald Trump is the greatest president since Abraham Lincoln, and that's just a fact. And many people are starting to get that. So we just cannot be swayed by these 4 women and their lives. Now, they know the truth, but they are being mastered and led and guided to destroy the narrative of the establishment Democrat and the establishment Republican. They want to overtake that party, and the only way to do that is to keep racism alive. That's just it.
Derek, I got to go. I appreciate you. I always enjoy our conversations. Runs a little long, but I know when you and I get together, we're going to talk subjects. And I just thank you for being able to have these open conversations like we do, because I know we're going to stay focused and headed in the right direction and do what we can to see that Donald Trump serves a second term in the White House.
He will.
He will.
He will.
That's
Yes.
your prediction. He will win.
That is my prediction. He will be 2020 the president of the United States once more, and then we'll get to working on the Federal Reserve.
Oh, the real stuff's going to happen then. You and I got to
Yes,
have
sir.
a conversation about the 2020 real stuff that's getting ready to happen. He's just got to win that second one. Derek, I got to run. Appreciate you. I'll be in touch
Thank you,
sometime
Brian.
today. Thank you very much.
All right. Bye.
Okay, it's Derek Grayson, and he, the minister of truth. And look, it's like I said, you know, you can call it what you want. When Donald Trump gets up on the stage and says, "That's mighty white of you," or whatever, okay, you know, whatever, then call me and say, "Oh, that was racist," you know. But, you know, in this troubled racist time that the media is creating, you know how white people get. We always run and try to talk to our black friends. So I guess that's what I did, all right? Call me whatever. We're going to take a break. We'll come back, and we've got a lot more to break down on this and how the media is trying to manipulate every single story. And then I want to tell you a story. I want to tell you about my day yesterday. And don't take that wrong. I think it's interesting because I'm the white nationalist, I guess is what they want to call me. Hell, I didn't realize that. Take a break, Josh.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, Stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
The summer savings are too hot to touch at Dave's Chevrolet in Jasper. And every Chevy truck has a red hot price, like new Colorado Crew Cabs, over $6,500 off, or new Silverado Crew Cabs, over $11,000 off. You won't find a hotter deal on a new Chevy truck anywhere else in Georgia. The summer savings event going on right now at Dave's Chevrolet in Jasper.
Better days ahead, Dave's Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Ella next to Walmart.
And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Ella next to Walmart.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and Ella, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Do you feel like healthcare has become too impersonal?
3 times an hour, I'll get you in, I'll get you out.
At Lifetime Medical Center, you're more than a number. We get to know you, not just your medical issues. Dr. Alana Kent is board certified in family practice and offers same-day appointments. She and her staff treat conditions from minor to chronic issues. Lifetime Medical Center, convenient to Jasper and Blue Ridge.
This may sting a little.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Hey folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Now, I do not think the president's comments are racist in any way. But here is a list of courageous Republicans. Now, the media is running with it. First of all, how do you get in touch with the show? Let's do that first. There you go. Boom. So the media they're looking for these courageous Republicans. Okay. Number 5. So MSNBC, they're sporting this picture this morning. Racist comments. Republicans condemning Trump's tweets. What are you condemning? And you know, the president said, what did he say? He said, politicians, weak politicians. So there's a list of Republican weak politicians. How about that? If you don't like the country, just leave, Rosie O'Donnell. Quit threatening us. If you don't like the country, shut up. Just go somewhere. If these people don't like this country, they created these problems, okay? And we won't go into the 4 right now. And the Somali woman that always ends with, like, Donald Trump is a racist? What the hell? I plan to vote to impeach him? What the hell? All right, so anyhow, all right. So I listened to the press conference, all right, and I'll put that in my... So here are the cowards, the weak politicians that Trump... To them, they're courageous. To MSNBC, CNN, ABC, Good Morning, this is a group of courageous people to them. Why we see little Marco and Mitt Romney. Mitt Romney's so courageous, okay? And Pat Toomey, they're just courageous. Now look at, wonder if CNN is going to highlight these courageous Republicans. Number 8, right? CNN, GOP lawmakers that have condemned Trump's racist tweets. Racist tweets. Oh my God. You know, let me say this, and I'm in a I don't give a damn mood, right? I think we finally quit telling Pollock jokes. Oh my God, what did he just say? How will we go through the day? Are those Polish people? So it's no longer 1970 and we're telling damn dumb Pollock jokes. Oh my God, he's not going there, is he really? I mean, Trump didn't say anybody's name. If you don't like it, leave. In fact, there's comedians that, you know, they mask the real racist, the real racist and people that try to divide in this country have turned to political comedy, and they mask their comedy claiming just that, it's comedy. Oh, it's comedy. I could tell a Pollock joke. So here's a real racist comment, okay? So they're at the manufacturing yesterday, right? They're at the manufacturing meeting, right? So here's CNN. Trump doubles down on racist politics. Now here's what I would think would be racist. Let's go to number 7. So Trump is outside and he's in the Rose Garden or wherever, and they're having that event, and he has American manufacturers. We've done this already once. Women, men, black, white, it don't matter. 100% American-made products. He's praising the people. He's praising the workers. Now, if CNN said Trump doubled down on racist politics, if Trump was standing at that podium and he said, wow, your workers. And by the way, John over there, how many wetbacks you got working now? Oh my God, he didn't say that. No, they're not wetbacks, Mr. President. He's not a racist. I'm just saying to you. CNN, Morning Joe, they're all, oh my God. A white nationalist. All right? A white nationalist pushing racist comments, pushing back. Nancy Pelosi says America make America white again. All right. Now, let me just show this picture, okay? And I want you to put this up, number 11. This is yesterday. This is the press conference. So I want to tell you about my day, okay? I want to tell you, don't leave the show. Don't take this wrong, but I want you to stay with it. So let's establish something. I'm white. I'm male. I am who? I'm a Trump. I support the President of the United States. You got to put all this thing into perspective, okay? Stay with me. Let's go with this because at the end of the story, it's important. So I woke up yesterday. I didn't have a good day yesterday. And in the world of 365 days a year, you have a day that's not a good day. So I didn't have a good day. Nothing I want to speak of, but I had to work all day yesterday. I was exhausted when I got home, and health thing, not myself. Let me not go there. It's some family health issues. My dad's not doing well. We'll leave it at that, okay? So I had to deal with things. My family yesterday where my dad's concerned I didn't have a great day. All right, let's move past that, okay? So yesterday I get up 4 o'clock in the morning. Now I'm white. I'm over 50. I support the President of the United States, Donald Trump. Check this off. I vote Republican most of the time. I guess all the time I vote Republican. I live in a white neighborhood. I live in a predominantly white area of America, okay? So according to the media and Nancy Pelosi, I'm a racist, right? Okay? I'm a white nationalist, right? I mean, I'm just serious, right? So yesterday I come in, I get up 4 a.m. I come in, I do the show from 8 to 10. After the show, I have a staff meeting, all right? I have a staff meeting here at the office. Then I leave and I go down to Pickens County and I meet with a coach and I spend an hour down there. And then I drive from Pickens County over to Dahlonega, Georgia, and I meet with another coach and I spend an hour there. After that, in the afternoon, I meet a sports reporter and we have about a 40-minute meeting with a sports reporter in the afternoon. And then I drive home, okay, to North Georgia up here, LJ, we'll call it LJ. And I get home about 10 of 5, okay, 4:50. All right, so I get home, wait a minute. And throughout that entire day, I'm also dealing with a lot of phone calls with some family concerning my father. So I get home and I hear that these 4 women are going, I've already listened to Trump's comments throughout the day, that these 4 women are going to hold a press conference. But I always want to make sure and see what the enemy's doing. So I'm like, 5 o'clock. So I turn on MSNBC. I don't watch Fox. I want to hear what the enemy says. So I turn on MSNBC, and then these 4 come out about 5:20, okay, in the afternoon. And I listen to the press conference, and I'm like, now my head is pounding. So I go in, and it's a 3 ibuprofen kind of afternoon. So about 6:30, I've listened to this. I've made a couple phone calls. I got 1 or 2 phone calls. And I go in about 6:30 in the house, and it's a 3 ibuprofen. And my wife said, "Did you have a good day?" And I said, "I got to be honest, no, I did not. But I'm not upset." You know what I mean? Okay, so we eat, and we're watching TV, and I'm watching one of my favorite, shows, and I'm enjoying that. I took 3 ibuprofen, head's hurting. It's 9 o'clock at night. Now where we live. In 19 years, I've had 5 people knock on the front door. So it's 9 o'clock at night, it's pitch dark, headlights pull in my driveway. It's somebody knocks on my front door. Now remember, I'm white, okay, over 50, live in the country, voted for Donald Trump, plan to vote for him again, support the president, all right? So my dogs go nuts. Now this is serious. It's probably 9, yeah, right at 9. We'll go right at 9 o'clock at night. Somebody knocks on my front door. Very unusual. So the dogs are going crazy. I got to put the dogs up. And after I get the dogs put up, I crack the front door, and there's a young man there. He looks about 18 years old, and maybe a mother, okay? When I say speaks broken English, don't get me wrong. I'm not being racist. I know I am the master of the double negative, and I throw a verb in where it's not needed or an adjective. I get all that, okay? So I know I speak English very well or good or whatever, okay? But anyhow, this young man and this woman is standing on my front porch. She does not speak very good English, and they are persons of color. So it's interesting that this is what happened in my day. It's 9 o'clock at night, and persons of color that are not from Georgia are on my front porch. Well, now I have two options. I have the A, go with what Nancy Pelosi says I am, go with what the media identifies me as, okay? Seriously, I'm being very serious. So I have the option of taking, maybe pointing a gun out my door and saying, get the hell off my porch and get off my property because I'm a white nationalist. I'm white. I'm Donald Trump support. Right? I mean, if you will listen to the media, this is one of the choices I had. But I went instinctively. So I step out of my front porch. I say, how can I help you this evening? And the lady said, sir, we cannot find our cabin. Now, what happens in our area where we live, there's a lot of cabins. You go out the road from our house, cabins like that people rent. Now, these people are from another state. I'm not going to say where, but in this state, it's very flat. So cars and even Jeeps, you can buy a Jeep in this state, and most trucks, they're not four-wheel drive. Yes, you might think you can buy a Jeep Cherokee Unlimited, and it's not absolutely. You know, go to states. Go to states like Florida, and it's not four-wheel drive. So anyhow, this lady standing on my front porch. She's a woman of color, and she says, "I cannot find my cabin." And I'm reading where her cabin is, and she said, "I went to where I think my cabin is, but I can't get the car up the hill." So I said, can I read your directions? So I'm reading on there, and whoever they rented the cabin, it says very clearly, when you turn, you're not going to make it if you don't put it in four-wheel drive. So I said, ma'am, did you put it in four-wheel drive? I don't know if we have four-wheel drive. Okay, so this is now it's 9:15 at night. Okay, I have two people of color in a very white neighborhood. Just the same day that I'm leaving these up, these four women of color that are judging me, okay? So she said, can you come to my car and show me my four-wheel drive? I said, you have a Jeep. You probably have four-wheel drive. I don't know. Can you? So now I'm taking a risk at 9:20. You don't understand. I'm in the middle of the country. I have a woman of color. I have a young man, and there's another woman at the car. All right? So I got to think, is she asking me to go to the car? Why is she asking me to go to the car? Where is this going? But I notice on the phone, she's legitimately looking for a cabin. So instinctively, I say, okay, I've not had a great day, right? It's not my best day. I took 3 ibuprofen. I had to watch Crazy Women of Color. Now the women of color are at my house. And I was trying to relax. So my wife didn't say anything negative. She says, be careful. Are you going to go out? I said, yeah, I'm going to go out and I'm going to help them. So I walk out to the car, and there's another lady there. She's very nice. She says, I don't know. I can't get to the cabin, and it says this and this. Can you find my four-wheel? So I'm out in my driveway with 2 women of color that are not from this country. No, they're not from this. Now, they live in another state. And the young man looks about 17 years old. And he keeps saying, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. All of color in my driveway. Okay? These 2 women, don't take this wrong, look a little bit like maybe 1 or 2 of the 4 in here. And they're very, so I'm in the car and I'm looking around. And I said, you don't have four-wheel drive. We don't have four-wheel drive. No, ladies, you don't have four-wheel drive. I know it's a Jeep, but you don't have four-wheel drive. Oh, what can we do? Can you help me? What can I do? You know, they have driven all day. I could tell they're exhausted. So I said, give me your phone. And I went down the phone. I said, you see, your directions are right. Your cabin's a half mile up the road. I said, do you see where it says turn back sharply? Yes, I see that. Do you see right there, they're telling you you have to have four-wheel drive. It says, put it in four-wheel drive or you're not making it up the hill. And don't be timid, run up the hill. Yes. I said, I got to be honest with you, you're not going there. Okay, I've read cabin directions for years, and I know where some of these cabins are. You're not going there. This does not have four-wheel drive. Oh, what can I do? What can I do? I said, let me tell you what to do. Relax. If you go north of here, 3-4 miles is a town. There's a lot of stores. There's Walmart, everything. You can pull over. You can relax. You could talk to some people there and tell them your dilemma, and they may be able to help you. I personally can't go any further, but also you need to call these people, okay? You need to call these people and say, I can't get in here. I misunderstood. I thought I had four-wheel drive. I can't get in here. And see how they can maybe help get you in your cabin. So that's basically the end of the story in a way. And then they were very over the top, appreciative. And I said, look, if you have to have some kind of help, other help, just let me know. I'll help you. Can we sit here just a minute in the driveway and make some phone calls? Yes, you can sit here. I'm going to go back in. You can sit here. Sorry, I can't be more help. So I go back in and they sit in my driveway for another 15 minutes and then they leave. So I wish them well. I hope things went all right. I guess if there's a point I'm trying to make is when these people knocked on my door about 9:10 p.m. last night, and I live in the country, and I go to my front door, and I go to my front door. And I open up, and it ends up being, I see somebody in the car and two people of color at 9:10. And the kind of day I had yesterday. You know, there was a side of me that said, I can't help you. Look, ladies, young man, I appreciate it. Sorry, town's up here. Please get out of the driveway. Right? Get out of my driveway. Town's north. Can't help you. Can't help you find your cabin. Wish you well. Now shut the door and go on. Right? There was a side. There was a side. There was a side of me even after listening to these people here. But then quickly something said to me, I said to myself, hey, you know what? After watching this disgusting display yesterday, and these disgusting people, okay, that are trying to make people like myself look, sound like the bad people in America, I'm going to be who I am. If I can help you, I'm going to help you. I don't care what color you are. I don't care what language you speak. Okay? If I see you in a difficult situation and you're Hispanic and I can help you, I'm going to help you. If you show up on my front porch and you're a woman of color and you don't speak very good English, I know very good English, can you help me, sir? I'm going to help you any way I can. Because that's who we are. We are still the greatest people on earth. We're Americans. We care for each other. We're good to each other. And don't let the media tell you any different. Okay? Don't let them tell you it's your color, it's your age, it's your male, female, no matter what. Stick to who we are. And don't let this media try to twist up what we really mean when we say make America great again. So I just wanted to tell that story because I am judged this morning for my color, my age, where I live. But you know what? I didn't follow through with what the media said. I tried to do everything I can to help these ladies that looked a lot like these citizens yesterday. Couldn't do much, but I know they left my house saying that guy was very kind to us. I'm serious, whether you like it or not. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We're going to wrap up. We got a lot more to do before we finish. God bless America. Take us a break.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
The summer savings are too hot to touch at Dave's Chevrolet in Jasper. And every Chevy truck has a red hot price, like new Colorado Crew Cabs, over $6,500 off, or new Silverado Crew Cabs, over $11,000 off. You won't find a hotter deal on a new Chevy truck anywhere else in Georgia. The summer savings event going on right now at Dave's Chevrolet in Jasper.
Better days ahead, Dave's Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
Show them how they can get in touch with the show, Josh. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. North Georgia's only live online morning show, 9:31 a.m. here in LJ. And listen, hey, it's me, white guy. White guy who had a choice last night. I had an option to tell women of color to get the hell off my front porch, get off my lawn. I'm like the old white guy, get off my grass, damn it. Get out of my damn driveway. Yes, I had the opportunity to do that last night. And actually, I almost broke and cracked on that one because I have been told every day that my age and white skin and white privilege and white nationalist and make America white again. I mean, I was almost ready to crack, but the true American came out in me, caring, loving, compassionate. How can I help you, American? All right, so enough about my day yesterday, but I do want a couple things before we close out the show today. I want to give you some heads up on a couple things we got happening here. First of all, if you ever have any news tips, if you want to be on the show, if you want to be a guest on the show, or if you want to just call in and debate the issue with your host, there's the number. You could text us. We can get you on the show. It's 8 to 10, Monday through Friday. If you're a new viewer, just let you know what we do. And also, you can email me, news tips, whatever. That's a 24/7. And follow us on social media. Now, the other thing is, we have our sports department, instant replay. Dave and Lauren's card there, if you don't mind, or you got a picture there. Every Monday at 10:10 in the morning, instant replay, okay? It's on Team FYN Sports Facebook. It's live at 10:10 every Monday morning, okay? Lauren Hunter and Dave Garner. Don't miss that. And you can find that on the playlist on YouTube. If you want to look at it at a later time. But you can join the Facebook page. That's one of the shows. The other one that we have is the Freedom Zone with Candace. Every Thursday, right after this show here at 10 o'clock, you have the Freedom Zone with Candace, The Truth Set Free. She does a 30-minute show every Thursday, and something I think you would really enjoy. And then we do things different on a Friday. We have the Friday we're at Sycamore Crossing. Now, if it is raining, like last week, we had some concerns with the weather and being outdoors. We have our indoor home on Friday, Circuit World there at Blue Ridge. We appreciate them last Friday letting us in. Let us in. It's getting raining outside. We got to do the show here. If not, and it's a nice day, we love to be outdoors downtown Blue Ridge on Friday. Show's a little different. We have Ask the Doc with Dr. William Whaley every Friday morning. And if you have a question for Dr. Whaley, you send it to info@fetchernews.com and put in the subject line, Ask the Doc. And then we have the All-Star Political Panel, and that's great, where we get Rick, Bruce, Jane, and sometimes some guest spots. And if you'd ever like to be on the All-Star Political Panel, text me, email me, and say, yeah, I would like to be on sometime. We'll call you up and see what we can do to get you on the panel. But we do have guest slots from time to time. But the All-Star Political Panel is where Jane, Rick, Bruce, myself, we get to rolling a little bit on some politics of the week. We take everything that's crunched in through the week and we all get our topics out and we just hash them back and forth. So I bet you they'll be talking about racism in America come Friday or something, okay? Then we have North Georgia Senior Living. Now, these are all playlist shows. So if you ever want to check out, let me get the other two, Ask the Doc, All-Star Political Panel. Then we have North Georgia Senior Living every Friday with Jesse Barton, the Community Relations Director at Cameron Hall. We have her segment. And then we have the Pet of the Week. Oh my gosh, it never disappoints, does it, Josh? Rena always brings the most beautiful dogs. We might be up to puppy time. They have puppies, and when they do and they're able to bring them out, they bring them to the show. That being said, our Pet of the Week from the Humane Society of Blue Ridge, those are all segments that we do. So if you go to our YouTube channel, FYN TV, or Fetch Your News, Fetch Your News, and you look at the playlist, subscribe there, and whenever we're posting anything, you'll get a notification. And also look at the playlist right there. They're all there. You can watch them. So that being said, let me also share this with you. I will not be here Thursday or Friday. Usually I don't tell the audience in advance, but but Rick and Bruce, which you guys have gotten used to, I don't know if you're going to I don't know if you're going to have me back, because these guys have been doing the show like not once a week, but they've been doing it a couple times a month, and they're great. They're just somebody you don't want to miss. So they're going to be here Thursday, Rick and Bruce, and then Friday, Rick is going to be keeping an eye on things. Rick's the keep an eye on things guy, right, Josh? He'll keep an eye on things, but yeah, that's Rick, right? And Josh, one day we're going to announce our new gun show with Josh and Rick. I'm just going to come in one day. They're not even going to ask. I would say, what are you guys doing? Oh, a gun show. Oh, okay. Anyhow, pushing right past that, Friday, Lauren Hunter will be filling in on Friday. We'll have all the segments for me. I have to go out of town, due to my father's health, but I will be back, as Mom always said, good Lord willing, Monday morning. Now, that being said, I would like for you, and we're going to get back into politics because I don't mix it up here, but I tell you what I enjoy so much is this time of the year, all the high school football coaches are really getting it. They've had all of their guys in the weight room, strength and conditioning. I mean, most all these high school coaches definitely have a strength and conditioning coach on staff. But this month, right after July 4th, marked the all-out practice. I mean, they've been practicing. They've had spring practice, spring games. But this is the month where they're applying everything, walking through their plays, because they're getting ready for about August 23rd, or I think that last Friday in August, the first games happen, non-conference. But anyhow, I have had an opportunity. You talk about loving America. I've had an opportunity to sit down in the last 2 weeks, Lauren Hunter and myself. We have on Team FYN Sports, we have an interview with the new head coach, Kevin Saunders from Gilmer. Okay, new coach, whole new team. He's putting it together. You can hear the direction he's going with that. That's an hour there. Had an opportunity to go down to Pickens County. Jeff Nelson. Jeff Nelson, the new head coach of Pickens County Dragons. Spent an hour there yesterday. Now, he's been on board staff there. This is his 6th year, but the former head coach is still in the program, but he works over the central office as the AD, and Coach Nelson has taken over the reins. So we got to sit down an hour yesterday with him, an amazing guy. Look forward to Pickens Dragons football. Then we've got to sit down over in Dahlonega with the Lumpkin County Indians' new head coach and complete staff. Coach Sorrells over there in Lumpkin County came from Stevens County. He was at Cartersville, so we had an opportunity. I love getting to talk with this guy. Trevor Lawrence, he was on staff when Trevor Lawrence was there, Josh. So we had an opportunity to talk, but it was great to sit down with him, and he has a complete staff. No coaches stayed. And so he's had to hurry up and get things going over there. Lumpkin Indians are going to, I had an hour there, and I'm going to tell you why I'm telling you this, because I had an hour there. Then I got an opportunity to sit down with Chad Cheatham, head coach for the Fannin Rebels in the past 2 weeks. Had an hour there. Love Coach, okay. Then I got an opportunity to sit down with Coach McClure over in Hayesville, Clay County, North Carolina, the Hayesville Yellow Jackets. He is a new head coach over there. Got a chance to sit down with Coach Clay McClure over there. Today at 11:30, Josh, I'm going to get an opportunity to sit down with one of my favorite coaches. Wow, the experience, the depth of experience this guy has on the field as a head coach and success. I'm getting ready to sit down this afternoon with Coach Brian Allison with the Union Panthers. And then next week, we kick into next week where we're going to sit down with Sid Maxwell over at Dawson and Gentry over, we're working out getting the timing for Coach Gentry over in Cherokee County, Murphy, the Murphy Bulldogs, Josh. And I think Coach Gentry is, and I didn't mean to get into this and take away from politics, but I'm just all excited because I know it's hot out there, but fall's around the corner. Friday night lights are around the corner. And I'll tell you where I'm going with this in just a minute, okay? So Coach Gentry over there for the Bulldogs, Josh, I'm pretty sure he's 6 wins away. Now, this is just a joke. Coach Gentry and the Murphy Bulldogs state championship. Oh, my God, they're hanging all over. I do not know how this guy takes a rural Western North Carolina team and keeps putting the same kids back on the field year after year. I mean, seriously, the success of the Murphy Bulldogs. But that being said, every year he's retiring, okay? I remember 3 years ago a guy saying, oh, man, I really want to cover this year for the Bulldogs because he retires this year. Yeah, that was 4 years ago. Jokingly, Coach Gentry is always, well, this could be my last year. He's 6 wins away, my understanding, of doing the Don Shula of North Carolina, and he has enough distance between him and the second coach. I think he's 6 wins away from being the winningest coach, Josh, in high school football, North Carolina high school football history. Now, I mean, this is all regions, my understanding. So there you go, exciting time. So why am I telling you that? It's because, you know what, folks? Get back to what you think makes America great again. I watched this Megan Rapinoe, all right? I watched her just trash this country, absolutely trash this country. I'm not a soccer fan, all right? But I would have celebrated with them if the women's soccer team would have went to play in the World Cup, put their hands over their hearts. I'm not a soccer guy. Stood up, held the flag. We're getting ready to go to the White House. This is a stretch for those that know me. I would be on here saying congratulations to the women's soccer team. I still say that in somewhat a way. But I would be talking about how great this country is and how great these women represented us. Then, on the other hand, I hear through my 4th of July weekend this Colin Kaepernick. Trash our country once again. It's about the flag. It wasn't about, you see, police brutality that Colin claimed on black America, black incarceration, all the phony, false things that he said he was protesting in America, President Donald Trump has worked towards, as Derek Grayson said, trying to, what I would call, I guess, correct in this country for black Americans, right? Where is Colin Kaepernick saying, Mr. President, can I take a picture with you and shake your hand about the crime bill? So anyhow, let's leave it at that, all right? No, he tramples on the flag by saying the Nike shoe, okay? The Nike shoe with the Betsy Ross flag is, pull it off the shelf. It reminds me of when I was a multimillionaire and my ancestors way back maybe tilled the garden without pay and we called them slaves. It was a disgusting thing, okay? I'm not making light of it, but okay. I watch this stuff, and then I think, have we gone crazy? And then I've got the 4 women, number 10 out there. Go ahead. I get these 4 women. I have people yelling racist. I got people yelling white nationalists. I get these, and I go and see these young men on football fields across North Georgia practicing for those Friday night lights. And I wonder if we're crazy and if there's any sanity left. And I sit down with coaches and I start talking, hey, coach, are you running the spread offense, wing T? How are you replacing all those hard-nosed defense guys from last year that graduated? You know, who's going to step up? What do you think about the region? Who are all these? And I get into that with talking to these coaches. If you go and listen to my interviews with these coaches, it's just such a joy. I mean, I enjoy that so much. You can't keep me away from that. And it brings me back to where, no, not everybody's crazy, and not everybody hates America, and not everybody hates the flag. For the most part, I'm going to say for the most part, you still find them good old high school football coaches that love Friday night, love to see the flag, love to stand on that sideline, put their hand over their heart, and just play well and see who can win at the end. So that's coming up. I enjoy that. Going up to see Coach Allison today. Cannot wait. I will do an interview with a congressman. I will do an interview with anybody. But when it comes to football, I cannot wait to say, hey, Coach, how's your secondary look? Hey, you're down. You graduated 2 of your best running backs. Are you going to be able to put those legs back on the field? I enjoy that. That's my joy. All right, let's run through some pictures, close this thing out. Number one this morning, we don't have a lot. Trump steps up attacks on progressive congresswomen. Now remember this. This is at an event. Please go watch this event and see how the media turned this into. Yes, Trump said, hey, would you like to, media, now that I've praised the manufacturers of the United States of America with 100% made products here, would you like to take a chance and ask these manufacturers questions about, how well they're doing, how they've increased their business? And, I would not have minded any news individual there, if they were real news, asking a question, okay, I would like to ask the motorcycle, or I'd like to ask this company, has tariffs played a part in, how are tariffs playing a part in your business? If so, could you tell the American people? I would have been okay with those questions. But you saw exactly when he turned it over to the media what they did. Hey, what about, you're going to double down on the girls? The girls, the ones, the chocolates. You know those? Because you're racist as hell. So you probably don't understand unless I say, hey, there's 4 chocolates out there. The Democrats. You got to double down on them, Mr. Prez? Oh, bada bing, bada boom. So let's go. I can't take it. All right, some days. Here's the picture that Trump wants to see. You're here. My question is, okay? Don't take this wrong. Let's say this. I like Rush Limbaugh. Is Rush Limbaugh running the country? I'm serious. Now, I love Donald Trump, but is he participating? Is Rush Limbaugh the real vice president of the United States of America? And the reason I ask this, Trump has done a very good job at making sure everything he does. Now, I do 8 to 10 in the morning. So obviously, if it starts happening at 10:15, 10:20, I'm not your guy. But it seems like Trump throws Rush fresh material every day at noon. Okay? Just, hey, it's fact. And then now, more media outlets, including Fox, are starting to use Rush Limbaugh's comments in their news cycle. So yesterday, Rush said, hey, Trump did exactly what he wanted, because he's brilliant. And he put these 4 out here. So let's go to number 2 here. These women right here. Trump wants this picture all over America. Now, my question in a way is, why didn't they ask Nancy to join them? Why are they alone? Why didn't they ask Nancy? Steny Hoyer. Why didn't they find, what's his name, the most ranking Democrat Hispanic in Congress? I forget his name. Why didn't they bring backup support? You know how Nancy will come to the podium and there's 18 bobbleheads behind her. They don't get to talk, but they're there. Why just this 4? Maybe if Nancy has to separate herself from the 4 in the future, she wasn't there that day. So there's the press conference. There's the look. Rush Limbaugh says that those 4 and what Trump did is had all the Democrats coalesce behind these 4 because these 4 are polling very bad in swing states and swing districts. More people, more Democrats in swing districts can identify Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, and in those same Democrats in swing districts, she's got like a 9% approval rating and it has them scared to death. So anyhow, number 3, Trump. If you hate our country, you can leave. I'm sure you got a passport. Number 4, just going through real quick. We got to close. Congresswomen hit back after Trump defends attack widely viewed as racist. Not me. Republicans condemning Trump's tweet. Number 5, there's a group of courageous Republicans condemning Trump. Number 6, the Dems were trying to distance themselves from the 4 progressives, but now they are forced to embrace them. That means they are endorsing socialism, hate of Israel, and the USA. Not good for Democrats. Here's number 7, which I've already showed you. Trump doubles down on racist politics. Now, look in the corner. Look in the corner. Let me make. There's a reason why I take some of these snapshots. That's first of all down in the right corner. The reason I take the snapshots. That's 2 a.m. Pacific time. So that's 5 a.m. in the morning, right? Right out of the box, 5 a.m. Right? And then second, look at their Thursday on CNN. The draw for the CNN Democrat debates. Live, 8 p.m. What is this? Is this like the NCAA Final Four? Is this March Madness? Is this July Madness? No, I'm serious. They're going. I have been watching this and I haven't looked it up. Are they going to draw for their debate? Thursday on CNN, the draw for the CNN Democrat debates, live 8 p.m. Are they going to have all the candidates sitting there and cheering, and like all excited? I don't know. What the hell is this? I've told you before, CNN is in the tank. They're so low that they're going to turn this debate into an America's Got Talent show. I swear to God, they'll have the X's up there. You can buzz them out. They may even allow the audience to vote. Call in. Ryan Seacrest will run out. Call in now. If you want to pick Elizabeth Warren, text us and they're going to make all kinds of money, whatever. I'm serious. Okay, here's CNN telling you the courageous lawmakers. Number 8, CNN, MSNBC, we showed them. They're showing you the courageous. Number 10. Yeah, look at number 10. July 30th and 31st at 8 p.m. Democrat presidential debates. That's when the debates are. Let's go back to number 7. This Thursday night is the draw. That's where we're at, America. CNN is going to have a draw. So that's going to be live for the CNN Live, 8 p.m., the draw. And then let's go back to number 10. The debates will be 30th and 31st after they do the draw. Woo! Progressive squad push back on Trump racism. AOC calls Trump a weak leader. And the one on the far end, the black lady, said he is the occupant of the White House. Occupant. Number 11, Congresswomen. I'm just showing you some different takes here. The Attack, MSNBC. Number 12, Rashida Tlaib. Rashida Tlaib from Michigan, a Palestinian woman. Let's see, I can't remember. Didn't she say when she won that night with her young son in the room, let's impeach the MFer? We're going to impeach that mother. Number 13, Omar from Somalia. Married her brother or something. I don't know. What the hell? She's got all kinds of sick, twisted crap going on, this girl does. CAIR, C-A-I-R, okay? I can't go into it. It was created after 9/11 because some people did something. What's with that? It was created because some people did something. Well, they killed thousands and, you know. Now, here is number 14, Representative Ayanna Presley, I guess. She's from Massachusetts. She's a sister. She ain't like a real sister. She ain't been in no damn country. You don't send her ass back to no Africa. So there you go. And that's it for this morning. Reporting on Good Morning from the Office, your white American that supports the President of the United States. If you don't like it here, just leave, man. Canada, Mexico, Somalia, you know, you can go back to the, you know, whatever where you at, Palestine, Yasser Arafat's granddaughter. I'm out. See you tomorrow morning, 8 a.m.